Steps from the Sea, the Camden Opera House, a restored Victorian theater, has served Mid-Coast Maine since 1894. Before the pandemic, the Opera House had reinvented itself as a vibrant modern venue offering music, dance, film, theater, conferences, and more. As we wait to once again fill our 485 seats, we're keeping the spirit alive with no audience, free live-streamed events funded by your donations to our Community Arts Fund, found on our website. These events are archived and available on the Camden Opera House Facebook page and YouTube channel. And now, from our house to yours.
Welcome to the Camden Opera House. I'm Dave Morrison, Opera House Manager. Tonight's soundcheck program, like all of our live stream events, is supported by your donations to the Community Arts Fund. You can donate at camdenoperahouse.com, and if you have already, thank you so much for helping us to do this. Tonight's concert is sponsored by our friends at the Mainstay Inn, who have been one of our most generous supporters. I want to thank Janice and Peter Kesser, who it turns out have something of a Memphis connection with Lauren, for supporting live performances in Camden. I want to thank our good friends at WERU, particularly Dennis Howard, and give a shout out to the folks who called in this morning: Lynn Saskew, Peter Valenzen, Ron Dirth, Stevie B, and Martin Chartrand. Thanks for supporting us and WERU. Finally, I want to thank the Camden Opera House staff, Juniper Purinton and Dagny Ernest, the Opera House committee, and all the folks behind the scenes who helped to pull this off. So, tonight, Lauren Crosby has played all over, in places big and small, and we are so happy to have her here tonight. Reviews of her music use words like salt and sass and beauty. Her art is richly Maine-centric and wonderfully unique. And maybe, in the course of the evening, she'll tell us how Ballroom Blitz and Mary Chapin Carpenter indirectly brought her here to the Camden Opera House. Please join me in welcoming Lauren Crosby and Justin Maxwell.
Red skies, sailors take warning, but fishing boats leave the docks by morning. They know that the wind is their boss, and the sea she'll turn and toss. Respect a man with lobster man hands. No business suits or clocks to punch. Vacation days, sick days, or lunch. If you want yourself a pay raise, that moon don't take no mercy or praise. I will always respect a man with lobster man hands. if his daughters give him a good luck kiss, I will always respect a man. With lobster man hands. Callous palms don't have the softest touch. Simple folk, we don't need much. When this world comes crashing down, I know the type of hands I wanna have around. I will always respect a man. With lobster man hands. Thank you. My name is Lauren Crosby, and I am super honored to be here. I can't stop smiling. This is Justin Maxwell over here on bass. And it was just about 5 or 6 years ago now where I was sitting right over there in the back with my two parents. And I kept thinking, all I want to do is play Lobsterman's Hands on the Camden Opera House stage one day, watching Mary Chapin Carpenter perform. And now here I am, so it's an honor. Thank you for having me. Stoked to be here. Huh? Justin, you too, huh? Yeah. Woohoo! The sound check, I took way too long with the sound check. I was like, I'm gonna play everything because it's so beautiful. And for those watching at home, welcome. I wish you could be in-house with us, but I'm sure hopefully you're sitting back. I don't know, today was such a nice day, so maybe you have a little bit of a sunburn. We're gonna play some new songs and old songs this evening. And this next song is a newer one, and it's going to be off my, hopefully I have an album coming out in July. That's the plan for right now. This song is called Whole Town Down. Hey, we'll kick it off, why not? Here we go. Our love will burn the whole town down. They'll write it off as a ghost town. Our love will burn the whole town down. Down in Centralia, Pennsylvania, there's a coal fire that's been burning since the early 1950s. They've got scientists saying that if the fire goes left untreated, there's a possibility it could burn for centuries. Now, there's a difference between a man with a mouth and a man with a piece of paper, but the problem is the fire can't tell the difference between the two. I got primordial instincts, and you've got primordial instincts, and my stomach is saying we should see this one through. Our love will burn the whole town down. They'll write it off as a ghost town. Our love will burn the whole town down. No use in sneaking around. They can't control what goes on underground. Our love will burn the whole town down. I was working the cash register at a hardware store in Hamlin, West Virginia, when an old fellow walked in to buy a shovel and a pail. While he was standing in line, he pulled a pocket knife from out of his jacket and he began picking the grit out from underneath his fingernails. He nicked himself in the process, and I thought there would be blood, but instead out poured a steady stream of dust. He caught me staring and he gave me a little grin and he said, "Darling, all my blood's lying under the earth's crust. Our love will burn the whole town down. They'll write it off as a ghost town. Our love will burn the whole town down. No use in sneaking around. They can't control what goes on underground. Our love will burn the whole town down." I was having cocktails with my realtor friends last week, and they said the housing market was looking damn good. They started in talking about this young couple who was looking to purchase their first home in an up-and-coming ritzy neighborhood. Now, the only issue with the couple's first home choice was that the foundation needed work, but the couple said, "Hey, we can relate." Then they started asking me about my love life, and I told them I got so many houses I can't even keep my addresses straight. Our love will burn the whole town down. They'll write it off as a ghost town. Our love will burn the whole town down. No use in sneaking around. They can't control what goes on underground. Our love will burn the whole town down. Yeah, that one's kind of fun. That one on the album is going to be a lot more rock and roll-y. That was the good old acoustic version. That's like a later in the night song, but you know, I'm at the Camden Opera House, so we're going big or we're going home, people. Right, that's what I'm saying. We'll mellow it out. We'll do a little love song here. This is off my album, Back River Beauties. And again, for those of you watching at home, I really wish you could be here. There's something so special about the Camden Opera House, and for me, it's almost like it's like one Longfellow Square or the State Theater, right? Something that I've been to as a young woman, and I've been like, one day I'm going to play here. So it's just, thank you so much, Dave, and everyone. It's an honor in the town of Camden. Thank you so much for having me, really. Whew. The song's called In a Little House. There's a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea, and I do believe it's big enough for you and me. There's a bookshelf full of books, and I can put on some tea, and we'd watch all seasons pass by effortlessly in a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea. But they'll ship you out with your Maine Maritime Academy degree to Texas, Louisiana, or Mississippi. gets so thick in our driveway, we gotta park the truck and walk. Well, I'll help you put the ramp in on our old dock. And when the sun shines down diamonds that sparkle on the water, well, maybe we'll think about having ourselves a couple daughters. In a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea. But they'll ship you out with your Maine Maritime Academy degree to Texas, Louisiana, or Mississippi. And I'll be right here waiting, so patiently. When the leaves turn orange and that cold wind starts to blow, well, I'll keep the fire burning in the wood stove. And when the marsh freezes over and the river loses all her noise, well, maybe we'll think about having ourselves a couple boys. In a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea. But they'll ship you out with your Maine Maritime Academy degree to Texas, Louisiana, or Mississippi. And I'll be right here waiting, so patiently. In a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea. In a little house on a ledge where the river meets the sea. Thank you. You guys having a good time? We got a big old audience tonight. Yes, all right. Very good. I know. One of these things with these live streams, I mean, the technology is so cool. We have Juniper up in the booth doing it. Thank you to Juniper for doing all the camera stuff and sound. That's a lot of work. So thank you, Juniper. Rock on. But I feel like with these live streams sometimes, like, I love bantering with the audience, and I feel like there's not a lot of that with the live stream. I can't see the people at home, like, chit-chat, you know. I can't. One day the technology will come out, and they'll be, like, right here. Like, it'll be nuts. This next little song is a song, there's two versions of it. One off I Said Take Me to the Water, and then the other one is off Back River Beauties. And I wrote it about one of my sisters, Sadia. It's called Why Are You So Blue? Sadia's got an oyster farm starting in Georgetown, Oysters. If you guys are looking for oysters this summer, that's what will be on the farm. Well, the sea has a sister, her name is the sky, and they're always looking each other eye to eye. And the sky looks down to the sea to say, I can't keep watching you live your life this way. Why are you so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? pick myself right off the ground. I'd get a real job, stop splashing around. Oh, I know all the rivers you let flow. Doesn't matter if they're fast or if they're slow, 'cause I've seen them lazy, I've seen them wide. Think about the future, pick up your pride. I'm too familiar with your salty tears, 'cause they come part of me over the years. And I don't like the way you let the moon control your moods. And I know you think he's smart, Moonbeam Sue's, and it's so easy 'cause he doesn't move. Night comes, I can smell your perfume. Why are you so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Well, the sea has a sister, her name is the sky, and they're always looking each other eye to eye. And the sea looks up to the sky to say, can't you relax and let me play? You know that I never lie, and I don't tell mom that you're always high. You got 3 shades, blue, black, or gray, and you've got the power to control the day. All that power must really get old. Don't always have to do what you're told. And I've seen the way you flirt with the sun. I know you think he's cool, so much fun, but I don't think he really cares. If you haven't realized, he ain't always there. Why are you so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Yeah. Why are we so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Baby, I'm blue too. Why are we so blue? Thank you. Nice. What an honor, what an honor. We're going to do Fisherman's Delight next. We'll do that one. Take a little water break here. Woo! Fish. The next song I'm going to do, I'm currently teaching English, actually, at a local high school around this area. And sometimes I think that the coast of Maine is this picturesque, romanticized place, and it is. It's a beautiful. I feel very lucky to be from here. And all my friends that I meet out in the world are always like, Maine. There's either 2 reactions. It's like, Maine. Wow, like I've always wanted to go. That's sweet. Or there's like, what do you do in Maine, right? But this song that I'm going to play was inspired by more of the realism that comes with a working waterfront and working fishing boats. And it's something that's not necessarily always talked about because it's dark. There's a dark side of it. And it was inspired because I teach, like I said, I deal with a lot of adolescents, ages 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, who will spend probably their whole lives on the coast of Maine. I don't see them. They have no ambitions to go anyplace else necessarily. But after one of my past students OD'd, this song came up. It's called Fisherman's Delight. script filled force of boxing. Riding on the big horse feels so nice, nodding on and off fisherman's delight. Too young to buy booze, but I'm already soaring as long as I show up for work in the morning. The waves, all the waves, they roll. The weather takes our toll. Spend the night in jail or a hospital bed. In a couple weeks we'll be offshore again. Captain Caesar 6 starts handing out flowers. Here's $100, back to work in an hour. Well, I'll shoot the local dealer in the broad daylight. Pair of hog ring pliers and I'll gouge out their eyes. Grandmothers paying for their sons and their daughters. Syringe needles in Atlantic water. The waves, all the waves, they roll. The weather takes our tolls. Working on the money won't feel so good. Cold hard cash, I get paid in full. Don't you know, dead men do no talking. Just got a script filled force of boxing. Thank you. That song is mainly to bring a little bit of awareness on a subject that is happening right before our eyes. There's a lot of it going on right now, and seems to affect a lot of 17, 18, 19-year-olds, males specifically, who right out of high school, they need work, and they can get work. So just shed a little light on that topic. Yeah. We'll liven up a little bit. Maybe we'll do I work. Nice. This is another one off ISA, Take Me to the Water. I want to thank WERU. They were spinning it all this past week, and it's really nice to have a community radio station. I've listened to a lot of good stuff, and I feel fortunate to be played on it. So thank you. And to all the listeners, all the shout-outs, all that jazz, thank you for supporting. Thank you for calling in. Hope you're enjoying the show at home, like kicking back. Tomorrow also looks like it's supposed to be a nice day. Right? And if you're liking the show tonight, you can go to my website. You just type in Lauren Crosby on Google. I'm sure it'll come up. But you can just check out. There's some merch there and some, I don't know, little tidbits. Not many shows coming up. I feel like I typically, when I do these, I like try to push shows, but like I don't really have anything going on. So hopefully late summer will be safe to be playing some music for you. It's called I Work. And it's true because I taught all day today, and then I got in like a 15-minute nap right after teaching. Got myself all ready. Justin's like I drove up here eating pad thai between my legs. It's like, nice, Justin. I love him like a Joshua tree loves its water. Yeah. Don't always need it, but it's nice when it gets hotter. I love him like a redwood loves the sky. What's the fun if I could have him all the time? We stayed stoned through the width of South Dakota, only stopping once for cigarettes and rolled sodas. There's nothing left in that godforsaken state, nothing left there for us to argue or debate. I love him like a ferry loves diesel fuel. We both missed it on that Thursday afternoon. It was summertime in Hyannis and we had to park in some private lot. Should've left earlier and it was probably all my fault. I love him like a Joshua tree loves its water. Don't always need it, but it's nice when it gets hotter. I love him like a redwood loves the sky. What's the fun if I could have him all the time? I work, 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 I work so hard. I work, 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 I work so I put myself through college while he was doing cocaine, playing 3-hour bar shows where nobody knew my name. When he called me up one November night to ask if he could sit in, I was taught it's so much easier to just forgive. His new girlfriend. If he had it his way, he'd never talk to me again except, hey, how you doing? You know I miss you a lot too. But out of all the boys in the United States, oh, I would still ride with you. Joshua tree loves its water. Yeah. Don't always need it, but it's nice when it gets hotter. I love him like a redwood loves the sky. What's the fun if I could have him all the time? I work, 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 I work so hard. I work, 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 I work so hard. I love him like a redwood loves the sky. What's the fun if I could have him all the time? we were talking today. I was teaching Hamlet. That's what I'm on right now for my my seniors. Freshmen just finished up of Mice and Men. We get a bunch of other things coming too. Let's see. I want to do Madison, Maine. Yeah, so that's another one off Back River Beauties. I went to school up in Farmington. For those maybe who are new and haven't heard my music before or haven't seen a show, welcome. So tough with the audience, man, I'm telling you, because I like to chit-chat. I don't know who's watching at home. I went to school up in Farmington, and so all those little towns around Farmington, I spent a lot of time, I don't know, hanging out, messing around, and this is one of the songs that came out of it. It's called Madison, Maine. Doing this again. Good, thank you. Do you have time at all? I've lost all track of time. We're just going to go until midnight tonight at the Cameron Opera House. I would too. I'm sadder than the river that runs through the mill in Madison, Maine. Sadder than the McAdams station after the evening train. Well, now I've let my lover go to where I don't know. And now I'm sitting here watching the leaves float away on the lake. I started drinking once I hit the toll booth on 295. Drove up north with bloodshot eyes. Well, now I've let my lover go to where I don't know. And now I'm sitting here watching the leaves float away on the lake. You know this Carabasset Valley Green is taking care of all its needs, and I've been sitting here watching the leaves float away on the lake. And I can put this smile on, pretend I ain't been doing wrong, but I've been sitting here watching the leaves float away on the lake. And I've been sitting here watching the leaves float People do Loretta. Yeah, it's really, to have the opportunity right now to perform feels very, very good. The next song I'm going to do, so I don't know, COVID times, the big C, you know. I had a huge tour, and I was online to be a full-time touring musician. With 2020, that was my goal. And then when COVID hit, I had this beautiful tour planned. I was going to go all up the Alaskan Highway, you know, out through Wyoming and all that. And when it all all tanked. I was feeling very lost, I'm sure, as all musicians were, and everybody. I don't need to speak on that, but I still went out to Wyoming to do just a self-proclaimed songwriter thing this summer. And when I was out there, my first time ever in Wyoming, and I was just like, I've never been before, so I just drove alone. And when I was out there, I feel like all the songs I wrote, for some reason, every single one of them was from the perspective of a male, which I never do. Like with my songwriting, I don't know. I love talking to other songwriters about it, but I don't know why that was. But this is one of the songs, and hopefully, again, it'll be on the album that's out in July. COVID times, man. It's like, hopefully it comes out in July. Maybe show up in December. Who knows? We'll see. Goal is July, though, to be rigid. This song's called Long Lost Loretta, and it was inspired because I was driving off some random spot in Iowa. Yeah, I was driving through Iowa, and there was this trucker, and he just looked so, and I'm by myself, and so like any little sign of life, I'm like, whoa, after a lot of driving. But there's this trucker, and I watched him get out of his truck, and I watched him walk to the door of the gas station, and he had this hot dog in his hand. He had this hot dog, and I don't know what was wrong with the hot dog, but he must have been very, very upset. And he took the hot dog, and he threw it on the ground, like right in front of the gas station place, like right in front of the door. So I'm watching this like, what is this dude doing with the hot dog? Like, why is that? And why wouldn't you just throw it in the trash can, man? Like, and so I'm sitting there, and I was thinking about, as I was driving away, that scene just like played over and over in my head, and I was like, what type of woman would love him? Like, what is his story? And he was also really intriguing, just his personal look. He looked like maybe he was in a biker gang. He was a good-looking fellow.
I think you were in a David Lynch movie.
Yeah.
And you didn't know it.
Me and my little Subaru with main plates. It's like, I sat on that for like maybe 3 hours driving through Iowa, and I came up with this song and the melody. And the song is called Long Lost Loretta. It's inspired by the trucker throwing the hot dog. Dealing grass, I still made it up to Sturgis through the Beartooth Pass, and there you was smiling in your cowgirl hat. I was heading east, but you never even asked. Well, the rodeo life, it weren't for me. I still followed you out all the way to Cody. Now I don't think much about how it used to be. All I remember thinking is how much I wanted to leave. Long lost Loretta, I kept trying to tell you I was never the one. Trance until you ashed the cigarette into the palm of my hand. I walked around you like I was in a slow dance. Still got the scars, never had the romance. Well, back in '82 I liked the way you talked, but I'm telling you, Loretta, don't you think you talk enough? I care about our son, but you made it difficult. He's old enough to know that it wasn't really love, and you're old enough enough to know that it wasn't really love. Long lost Loretta. I kept trying to tell you I was never the one. I was never the one. My sweet Loretta. I kept trying to tell you I was never the one. I was never the one. You're old enough to know that it wasn't really love, my sweet Loretta. I kept trying to tell you I was never the one. I was never the one. I don't know where that guy is now, but it was the hot dog throwing and just the meanness too behind it. It was just like, oh. That song came out of it, Long Lost Loretta.
There's a poetry to that. A
I know, it's just-
10-second poem.
right? Do we have time? Because I feel we gotta. Is there a time? I feel.
Let's check in.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Nice. Okay, that's why I just wanted to double check here because I get going and then I get lost and then I get the awkward look, but I can't see because it's all. There's a beautiful, beautiful ambiance right now for those of you at home just looking at this view. I'm looking out and it's so nice, but I can't see anyone's faces. The two people, I can't see your faces. I can't. If you're holding up numbers, I don't know. So. Again, thank you guys so much. My name's Lauren Crosby, bass player Justin Maxwell with me tonight. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Thank you for coming. Thanks for making the track.
Dragging you down, just dragging you down.
Yeah, I feel very grateful to be here. It is a milestone for me to be playing on this stage, so thank you. All right, so let's do this. This is a brand new song too. Yeah. We're gonna test her out. It's an old Portuguese folk song. Is that the heater?
Like the radiator, yes.
No, it's the ghost of the opera house.
The ghosts approve.
I like it. The ghost is Portuguese. Last time Katie went to Gloucester, she was wasted as a sailor on dry land, spitting and swilling before she got to the bar, throwing back vodka crayons. Well, she found her legs in the morning, but her lover weren't laying by her side. When she finally found him, she asked him what happened to her at the end of the night. They that go down to the sea and ships that do business in great waters, these are the works of the Lord and his wonders, but all Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. Her fault, she said it was not. She showed up, Sam Adams in hand. Simply want nothing except a warm bed for loving her one and only one time in band. Well, swollen were his insecurities as he watched Katie bob then weave through the smirks of the boys, through the silky stainless noise of the strings from the traveling vital band. They sing, they that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters. Well, these are the works of the Lord and his wonders, but all Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. Well, words from the mouth of a lover hit like wine sipped from a holy grail. You memorize, you live by, you swear by, you stand by, and no one need not understand. Well, the mouth of a lover is a vessel, while the throat of a lover is a cave, hiding treasures and demons, keeping safe from all seasons until the walls wither away. They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters, well, these are the works of the Lord and his wonders, but all Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. There's a window down in old Newburyport where the sun hits around 8 o'clock. Katie looks up from her studies, feeling miserable but lovely, and thinks of the life that she's got. To this day, Katie knows not why her heart keeps time in a cage. She sips coffee on the street, pretending she doesn't think about Gloucester and the one who got away. They sing, they that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters. Well, these are the works of the Lord and his wonders, but all Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. All Katie does is cry harder. Thank you. Yeah, that's. I wrote that song about one of my best friends, Katie. It's so funny. She called me the other day because she's living in Newburyport, and she called me and she said, "Lauren, you're not going to believe what I just did." I was like, "What?" She was like, "So there's this beautiful sunset. She had an awful day. Awful day." She's like, "I driving home from work, and there was this beautiful sunset." And she was like, "Actually, this day isn't so bad. Like I guess she's trying to feel grateful. She's looking at the sunset. So she's gazing a little too long. She runs in, rear ends a Tesla." I died. I was like, "Katie." No. And so I got that phone call, and all I could do was laugh. And in the end, it ended up being okay, because of course Katie does not drive a nice car as a Tesla, but it ended up just being a wicked funny story. And I think about Katie frequently, because she's always getting herself into things like that. When you have a friend, she's always getting into trouble, little things. Love you, Katie, if you're watching from home.
So I just got fined $5 for missing that change. I'm going to point out, you never point out your mistakes, and I'm going to insist on you finding me $5 for missing the change to the chorus of that tune.
Well, that's hilarious, because I didn't even notice it. So you shouldn't have even said anything. Today's you season
I saw some head shaking. Well, yeah.
I could. Definitely could not see
in my mind.
Where they go down. I probably think we have
Yeah.
one song left. I think we have here. Again, thank you for all of those watching at home. It means a lot. Please feel free to visit the website. I have some cool merch for sale, and I'm on Spotify and all that jazz. But thank you, WERU, for spinning I Said Take Me to the Water this week. It really means a lot, and thank you for supporting local musicians. Because right now is at a weird time, and so all the support for these for these shows and all the shows you can to go see some live music this summer. And then, of course, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Juniper, up in the booth. It means a lot. Thank you, Justin. Yeah. All right. The song is called Sunshine on My Soul. Not sunshine on my shoulders. This is the last track off. I Said Take Me to the Water. There's a lyric in the song, I'm getting older, and I just celebrated a birthday on Monday. And yes, I know, right? Like, claps for birthdays. I'll tell you what, though, I spent the whole day crying. It was like I couldn't even keep it together. It was Monday. I had to teach kids. A student came in. I was like crying. I couldn't keep it together. It was like every hour I was just like, oh. The next day was fine, but birthdays don't get happier as you're older. Sunshine in my soul, I need some sunshine in my soul. I need some sunshine in my soul. I'm getting older. Oh, I'm getting older. Tomatoes on the vine, I grow tomatoes on the vine. I eat tomatoes off the vine. I'm getting stronger. Oh, I'm getting stronger. Take me to the water, I said, take me to the water. I said, let's see the water. I'm getting cleaner. Oh, I'm getting cleaner. 120 holes on a cribbage board, it's so easy to forget. And the ones I miss the most are the ones that I have not yet met. And there's a man out there who loves me more than shelter in the rain. And it's funny how he doesn't even know my name. Kiss me twice for fun, I said, kiss me twice for fun. I said, kiss me twice for fun. I'm getting richer. I'm getting richer. sunshine in my soul. I need some sunshine in my soul. I need some sunshine in my soul. I'm getting older. Oh, I'm getting older. Thank you so much. Yay, thank you for having us. Yay. I can see like 21-year-old me like sitting over there in the audience being like, Mary Chapin Carpenter, you are my idol. And my dad like, all right, it's time to go. We got a long way home. And